Yahoo Fantasy Football, the Tucson Tackle Dummies League has completed Week 17, the championship week. You'll have to forgive me as I'm actually very, very sick, but I wanted to get this video done and get this over with. So I apologize for the sound quality and the quality of my voice, but I'm going to get through this. The Tucson Tackle Dummies 2010 championship game was decided in a tight one, as just 14 points separated the teams when all was said and done. But your winner and 2010 champion is Big Ben's Revenge. The number 6 seed going into the playoffs knocked off the number 1 seed and a team on a massive winning streak, winning this one 126.69 to 112.64. For Big Ben, the 2010 championship goes to them and owner Daryl. So we definitely want to say congratulations to Daryl and Big Ben's Revenge for their victory. Big Ben had 8 players beat projections in the title game. Patriots had just 4 players beat projections. Big Ben won the quarterback battle with Matt Ryan versus Eli Manning for Patriots, 18.14 to 13.82. And then Big Ben used 3 running backs, Jamal Charles, Michael Turner, and Felix Jones, for a combined 35.15. Patriots suffered greatly at the running back position this week. His 3 running backs, Fred and Steven Jackson, no relation, and no Sean Moreno, combined for just 19 points. Patriots countered, though, at wide receiver, with Larry Fitzgerald and Jacoby Ford coming up big, and 33.92 points coming out of the 2 wide receiver slots. There was a great battle at kicker as well that also went in favor of Big Ben, as Adam Vinatieri's 14 points was enough to top Neil Rackers for Patriots, who had 11. And then Big Ben sealed the deal on defense with a 39-31.5 victory on the defensive side of the ball. A team-high 19 points for Big Ben came from the New England defense. This helped to overcome the fact that linebacker Curtis Lofton scored no points for Big Ben. Big Ben had 3 of 6 players on defense beat projections, while Payne had no players beat projections on the defensive side of the ball. In 3 other matchups this week, 3rd, 5th, and 7th were decided. 3rd place went to Fight Smash Win after knocking off Delicious Pancakes 126.05 to 95.44, and Pancakes fails to score 100 for the first time this year. Fight had 6 players beat projections, including a team-high 21.6 out of Ben Roethlisberger, who took the place of the inactive Michael Vick in the Fight Smash Win roster. Wide receiver Brandon Lloyd chipped in 12.75, and running back Ray Rice added 14.7. Pancakes had serious trouble scoring this week, with 21.2 out of Rashad Jennings, but the rest of the offense, the other 7 players on offense combined, managed just 25.24 points. The Flacco to Mason combination from Baltimore combined for just 8.25 this week. 3 wide receivers for Pancakes scored a combined 13.44. And trouble at tight end and kicker as well, as Randy McMichael scored just 2.7 points this week, and Dan Carpenter at kicker had just 1 point for the Miami Dolphins this week. Pancakes then turned around and did win defense quite handsomely with a 49-38.5 victory. Pancakes had 28 points. It was a game high out of the New York Jets defense, and then linebacker Lawrence Timmons chipped in 11 points. Fight countered that with 11 points from the New York Giants defense, and the defensive backs combined for 18 points for Fight to keep it close. In 5th place action, Jammed Toe takes 5th place by knocking off Is This the CFL 109.53 to 76.97. Jammed Toe had 2 running backs, Matt Forte and Reggie Bush, combined for 31.99, and 3 wide receivers, Roddy White, Mike Williams from Tampa, and Percy Harmon, combining for 33.2. CFL had just 2 players beat projections overall. That was a team-high 17.1 out of Mario Manningham. And then at quarterback, Phillip Rivers beat Drew Brees, as CFL had Rivers, but Rivers only scored 11.62 to Brees' 8.84 for Toe. Aside from Manningham and Rivers, the next highest scorer on the entire CFL lineup, was Brent Grimes at defensive back, who scored just 6.5 points this week. A terrible day for CFL. The highest score on defense, 7 points. That was done by 2 players on the defensive side of the ball for Toe, the New Orleans defense, and defensive back Michael Huff. And in the 7th place game, an absolute embarrassment as Bucknuts knocked off Polax 145.66 to 49.2. Polax is now 0-5 all-time in postseason play and finished 2010 with a 6-11 record. It's the second lowest score as well in a postseason game in league history. Bucknuts had 7 players in double digits and 9 players beat projections. A game-high 31.5 out of Arian Foster, while Benjarbis Green Ellis chipped in 14.85 at running back. Also good performances from Peyton Manning and Mike Wallace. The defense for Bucknuts scored 52 points. There was 12 out of the Seattle defense. Linebacker Ray Lewis had 12, and defensive lineman O.C. Imanura had 13 points. Polax managed to score with just 9 players this week as the quarterback continued to be benched for the Washington Redskins, and 6 players in the lineup were injured or inactive. Only 2 players beat projections, one of those being the team-high 14 points out of the Baltimore defense, while the rest of the Polax defense combined had just 8.5 points. And the lone offensive player to beat projections was Mercedes Lewis at tight end with just 7.6 points. So that wraps up championship week in the Tucson Tackle Dummies League, and it concludes our 2010 season. I want to thank everybody who did participate in the league this year. Thanks go out to all the owners who were active and tried to make this one of the better fantasy leagues out there. I hope to see most of you back next season. I do look forward to making a couple changes to some of the rules and the way the lineups will be structured next year. We'll definitely go over that and have debate over that before next season kicks off. We'll hope to possibly include some new owners next year, maybe get out some of the owners that aren't as active in the league, and hope to see some new faces, and definitely hope to see some of these highly competitive teams and owners come back next season. I want to thank everybody who's taken the time to watch my videos throughout the year. I really appreciate that. I know it's just for a select few of you out there, but I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch the videos. I appreciate all the feedback I've gotten throughout the year, and would love to have more feedback down the road as well. But, until next season, this has been Eric, and this is your Tucson Tackle Dummies League.